guys, Nick Reich with Behind Bars Racing, FordZilla Rock Bouncer. We just got done with a weekend of racing in Medford at the Wicked Event Center. Great time, ended up taking a first place. Machine worked great. We made a lot of changes with testing and everything, and these changes seem to have made a difference. What we found is we went with a little stiffer spring rate, front to back, just a little bit. And then we also, these Mickey Thompson Baja Pro X's, I mean, I've been testing every which way you can with these things and experiment with different things. And what I found is these tires provide so much traction that running a little higher tire pressure, actually like 4 pounds higher than what I'm used to, actually provides better handling. And it almost takes away a little bit of the grip. The grip is so extreme with these tires, which actually helps me right now. So we're hoping to work more into that. But right now, that really seems to be working. We did some more tuning on our struts and got those tuned in. We increased the rebound in our rear struts, and that is keeping the tires on the ground more. We also changed the layout of the car. We actually dropped the front end ever so slightly, about a quarter of an inch lower our ride height. Kept the back about the same. We did get some new sway bar links on here and changed the adjustment on that. We tightened them up just a little bit. I think I already told everybody about our bigger rear steer hoses to increase our rear speed. But one of the big things that I'm really excited about was a really simple little thing, is we reached out to Stasworks and we actually had them get us a different style button. So if you can see this, I'll get up close here. It's like a shark fin. And that shark fin, what's so cool about that is it has really good positive feel on my hand. So when I'm on the steering wheel going like this, and then I reach real fast over to the rear steer, I can find that button quicker and easier. So it gives me more confidence. Then a couple other things we did is we switched our serpentines belts to these green HD belts. So far it's made a big difference. Normally we were making we were actually tightening almost every 3 minutes of run time. We were having to tighten our belt, and now we're going on 15-20 minutes of run time and having to tighten our belt. So that made a big difference. Those belts are better, or they work better for us. We've also put some different breathers on our machine here. We've run these little, let's see if I have one here. They're like a bolt with a mesh breather in it. And we switched out some of our lines to those because they create a little resistance. In our lines, what we've seemed to be running into is because there's no resistance, in some cases you almost get like a suction or not a suction, but siphon. You'll get like a siphoning effect out of them. So this is pretty cool. So far, this has solved it and been working pretty good. Something new that we just got that's pretty cool is we got these rubbers. You mud racers will know these things, to go over our distributor cap. Now, we've never had any problem with our distributor getting wet, nothing like that ever. But what we're running is we have no tolerance. Our air filter actually touches the top of our center coil wire that leads to the top of the distributor. So we want to provide some vibration dampening, and this is just perfect, this piece of rubber here. And, I mean, what can be better about waterproofing the distributor anyway? So that's pretty cool. We're going to be adding that. And then we also got this really cool from Main Street Motors there in Cadott. We got this really cool linkage. And what this is we like to run very tight throttle springs. So I have to really push hard to push my throttle down. That way you get no mistakes when you're bouncing around, when your leg's bouncing, you're hitting jumps and stuff like that, or taking hard hits. You always want it returned. You always want to have to, you want to be in control. So what this does, you can see this, is this hooks in here right to the intake manifold. It hooks in there, and then these springs are completely adjustable. So I can adjust as much as I want. And what I want more, but always it seems like. So pretty excited about that. Little simple things, but all these little simple things, it seems just they just keep adding up, just keep getting faster and more comfortable. I have been sick for a long time. I'm like 95%. I'm almost completely better. Just the flu or something, I don't know. And probably not resting much doesn't help, but that's good. We also put a little band here. I don't know if you can see this, but we put this little, just all it is, a little, like a band. And that keeps that pulled in. So if you pull on this, that moves out. And when that moves out, there's a slight adjustment change. And when you're really hitting stuff hard and bouncing around, that slight adjustment change can make your center be off. Watching some slow-mo videos and stuff or runs, can't for sure tell, but we're just trying to eliminate anything that would, make me not be able to drive as accurately. So we got that going for us. Our struts are just so amazing. These things are so slick when you learn how to work with them and adjust the insides and see how they work. And to me now, it's almost become simple. We did some things to cheat to increase how I can learn. I don't know if you see that massive poster up there, but about a month ago, we had that made, and that's just been awesome. You don't ever have to think anymore when you're taking them apart. And to be honest with you, I probably got that done too late. In the beginning, I needed something like that because I couldn't understand what was going on. And luckily, I just call ORI or the Jensen brothers, and they would walk me through it. Now I've taken them apart so much to see the insides and understand how they work and all that, and it's really slick. One other pointer I will give you, all you racers, on your shocks and struts or anything you're running for a suspension. If you ever see, when you take your shock or strut apart, that the oil is dirty on the inside, it's black or dark brown or really terrible, that's a number one indicator that you have a seal problem or that you have some damage to one of your, one of the sleeves. Because what that means is there's dirt and dust getting in there. Fluids break down, stuff like that. That happens too. But you'll know what I mean if you've ever got into them a couple times. I had one particular strut on this machine that had some damage on it, and the damage was on the chrome. It was right up. It was actually when the suspension was completely extended out, it was all the way on the top, so you couldn't ever see it. Well, what was happening is every time I'd go through that travel, just a little bit of dirt, a little bit of dust, or a little bit of dirty water or anything like that was getting in there. And I was having trouble keeping the car tuned, the suspension tuned. I kept checking pressures, and my pressures were varying. I write them all down, and I could see after three different tuning sessions that my pressure was slowly dropping down in that one strut. So I knew I had a problem. Anyway, we took it apart, and that's what we found. Just cool little things like that. Big shout out to Griffin Thermal Products. We damaged our radiator. They got us a new one. They got us a new one in like 3 days. Fits perfectly. It's identical to the old one. That's pretty awesome. Same with Brannick. I think it was Sunday of Memorial Weekend, and they had our new sway bars here on Tuesday, the day after Memorial Day. So you can't ask for better service than that. And I also got to thank Dennis, our shop mechanic here. A lot of times, 90% of the time, he's the one that's doing the work on this thing and maintenance in it and working on it. And he really goes through a lot sometimes. So I really appreciate how much he puts into this, his attention to detail, and just not punching me in the face with all my crazy requests, and helping me. He can read me like a book, so when I start getting stressed, getting home late at night and then working on this and things ain't going as good as they should be, he's there to always back me up. He always take care of it, don't worry about it, and that way I can focus on my concrete and my work. One other thing that we found at the end of the Medford base, we opened up, we always check our diffs, front and rear. We opened up our diffs, we were checking them, and we actually found some metal in the rear diff. Now this is a big deal because as far as I know, nobody's really run high pinion rear diffs and rock bouncing and had success like I have had. As far as I know, I'm one of the only ones that have had success. Please call me out if I guess I'm not, but that's what I know. Anyway, so we found some metal in there. Well, we took the diff out and did an inspection, no chipped teeth. Couldn't find anything wrong. Started digging around some more and realized that here it was the back of the pinion bearing, the very, very back of the pinion, not the face, not like the snout, but the back. One of those bearings had disintegrated or whatever. Luckily, we caught it early enough. I don't think there's no damage or anything like that. So we got that one shipped out back to Gearworks, and we got a new one in. They're gonna do some inspection, and they straight up told us, they don't see no problems. And most of the people that are running these high pinion rear diffs, they're running them trophy trucks, big horsepower stuff, stuff above what we're doing now. Now I don't know that anything makes shock loading like a rock bouncer, but we're gonna see. So they'll get back to us on that. Other than that, we are all ready to go. Did some 6-month maintenance, like we like to do. Change out our oxygen sensor, our intake temp sensor. Inspect all of our U-joints. Just things that you normally don't mess with that can create problems for you and kind of put you in a pinch. And we just change that stuff out automatically and do an inspection just because it's been some time. Other than that, looking forward to the second half of the season. We're going into finals now. This next race for me is going to be finals at Outlaw at Blue Holler. I'm very excited about that. I have a 10-point lead right now on Wade Good, and this thing has never been tuned in as good as it's ever been. And all I'm trying to do is I just want to go in there healthy. So this next week I'm going to take a little bit and try and not push so hard and stay up so late and get sleep and all that stuff. So I have no excuses when I go to race. I'm really looking forward to winning that race and just proving to people that I'm fast and I can be fast. So I'm sure Wade's gonna want to do the same thing, but that's what's exciting about this. Also, I got my hauler in. I got some work done on my hauler, oil change, stuff like that. Got just this maintenance stuff. So I'm jacked. I'm ready to get back to our big hills and big climbs and the crazy stuff that we do down south. I really enjoy that. Then NRA race number 6 is coming up. I'm really looking forward to our big push and for the mid-season all the way and getting back into that. Something cool that's happened for us here is we've gotten a lot of attention, and we're trying to keep that going. We're trying to keep this momentum with the social media and everything that we're doing. And why we're trying to do that is we are getting interest in big sponsors outside of race car parts and auto manufacturing or auto parts and stuff like that. So that's very exciting, and that leads me to believe that there's an opportunity to actually do this without just spending money all the time and just trying to break even. So that's really exciting, and that stuff takes a lot of time to materialize and work through the details, but it's also very exciting. So we're working hard on that. So if you can like and share and comment or talk or ask your questions, we love that. One other last thing I just seen this battery over here, this Optima, and I wanted to bring up that I have left out because I didn't know. This Optimum battery that I'm on in the Quad 30, it's that tiny battery, weighs 8 pounds. It's, as far as I'm concerned, it's the most amazing thing. Yeah, everything in my four-wheelers, my side-by-side, everything that we have will have those in it. Now that I know this, is that these things have a remote on them, right? I don't know if you can see that. See that remote? And it blinks. It blinks, and it just blinked and said it was full. Well, something that's so cool about these is once these batteries, if they automatically get low on charge, so if they run out down to a certain voltage, they'll automatically shut themselves off. So like a normal battery, any type of other battery will run themselves down, and that's it. They don't work no more. You're driving down the road and you run out of charge. As soon as you shut your vehicle off, that's it. It's not going to start. Or your alternator goes out or anything like that. That's it. You only got what's in your battery. Well, these batteries are different. They have an auto start, or I like to call it like a jump pack engineered right into them. So they'll run down to where they're almost empty, but they actually realize what they need to start your vehicle, and they will shut off. I don't think they realize. I think it's like I think they have their cranking amps. They'll go down to whatever that low end of the cranking amps is. So these are set at 800. So they make sure they only go down and they have enough power, and then the battery will shut off. And you can actually come up to it. So if you got like a low draw on something, like a side-by-side or a lawnmower or a motorcycle or anything, or a race car, a FordZilla, if you have anything that has a draw that you don't know about, this thing doesn't, but you can push the button on there. It's a little orange button right below the light, but you can push the button on there and you just hold it, and it will give you enough power to jumpstart your machine. It's just very cool technology. So in a pinch, you always have a backup. It's like a fail-safe. And there's a lot of people I've talked to about this battery, a lot of racers that are getting them and putting them in. And I never knew that. I didn't tell you because I didn't know that till just now. So really excited about that. But anyway, that's what we got going on right now here for the future, this next couple weeks. So hopefully we'll have some good news to share with you this next video later.
The Baja Legend MTZ.